Hi, my name is Kylie Phoenix and I'm here to talk to you about fears and phobias and how we deal with that in our Ho'oponopono healing in the Phoenix Healing Retreat. Fears and phobias, you might be saying to yourself, oh look, I have this massive fear, this massive phobia of something and there's no way I'm ever going to be able to overcome it. You know, I'm really afraid of heights, I'm really afraid of speaking in public, I'm really afraid of spiders, I'm really afraid of needles, you know, and there might be some deeper fears that you might not even actually be aware of what these deeper fears are. And a lot of those fears will actually be holding on to that weight that you might be holding on to as well. So they might be the reason why, particularly why you're holding belly fat, can come from fears and phobias that you might be experiencing at the moment. So you might be saying, oh look, there's no way I can deal with this. It's been there all my life. It's really strong. No matter how hard I try to just be brave and be okay with it, what happens is I always end up, being a wuss and running away and not being able to deal with it. I'm here to tell you that every single fear, every single phobia can be healed. It can be shifted. Okay, if you decide you're going to focus on that using the Ho'oponopono technique. So there's lots and lots of different things that you can focus on in the Ho'oponopono, of course, and there's many things that I'm doing in this video series, and you'll be like, wow, there's lots of things I can heal, and it's a matter of what you decide to actually focus your energy on at any point in time. If you decide to work on a particular fear or phobia, I'm definitely here to tell you that you can actually deal with it. Now, a lot of fears and phobias have come from past lives, okay? In your numerology, you're most likely holding karma in that particular energy. Something happened to you in a past life, or many past lives, that has created this fear, particularly physical fears. So, if you have a fear of heights, if you have, you quite likely, at least once, if not many times, fell to your death in past lives, okay? You may not believe in past lives, but that's my belief, and if you're happy to sort of go with that, you'll find that you will actually be able to experience release and relief from this fear and phobia. Maybe you have a fear of needles, and I've actually done some previous videos on needles, particularly phobias of needles, receiving needles, injections and things like that, which is a really debilitating thing for a lot of people. And fear of needles is actually coming from the fear of penetration of skin causing death. Okay, it sounds a little bit gory, but the soul has remembered times in the past, from past lives, where they have had penetration of skin causing death. Okay, it might have been attack from a wild animal, it might have been attack from a knife or a sword of descriptions, bullets, that's penetration of your skin causing death. It could even just be a massive loss of blood, okay? And you can address all of those different fears and phobias, and we'll be able to find what those ones are when we do the data analysis. So it's a very specific way that you can actually find what your past lives were, what actually happened to you in your past lives that has created this phobia. Okay, same thing with spiders. I mean, if you have a massive fear of spiders, you probably were, bitten by a spider in a past life. Same with snakes, same with, even if, wild animals, like, maybe you're really afraid of horses or cows or dogs. There's a massive fear of dogs for many people. They can't stand being anywhere near dogs, even if they're on a lead, they can't stand near them. So that's a phobia, and it might be something you really want to shift. You're like, I like dogs. I wish I could sort of have a dog or be near dogs or spend time with dogs, but I'm so petrified of them that I can't do anything with them. And you might want to actually deal with that. So Ho'oponopono is actually a way that you can shift that fear. Now, as soon as you're like, oh no, but hang on, what if I sort of let go of my fear and naively start hanging around dogs and then the dog bites me? Okay, a dog's only going to bite you if you have that fear there. Okay, if you have that programming there, if you shift the programming, if you fully shift it using the technique, and it has successfully been shifted, what will happen is you will stop attracting those kinds of incidents. Okay, you'll notice that dogs are not aggressive towards you anymore, that you're not experiencing that kind of thing anymore. So that's sort of what I would say to that. And it's the same with the fear of heights. You're not going to fall from something if you don't have the fear of falling from something. You're not going to be laughed at in a group of people if you stand up and talk, if you don't no longer have that fear. If you've released that fear of being picked on or being laughed at in a group setting, then it's not going to happen to you. So you're more than welcome to send me a message with your specific fear or phobia, and I can give you a few programs, or give you some ideas about what your programs might be. And definitely I highly recommend that you have a look at the next upcoming course. There's always a healing therapy retreat coming up that focuses specifically on onapono, which you can actually shift that fear and phobia. So have a look on the website humanhappiness.com.au, sign yourself up and turn up. You don't have to share your fear or phobia with somebody else. You can just sit there and just watch what everyone else is doing. So I highly recommend you do that, and please do share with me if you like. And until then, bye for now.